I'm Mike Bibby.
I'm Ty Ellis.
I'm Eddie House, host of the Straight Game Podcast.
Each week we're bringing you real,
Raw conversations about sports,
life, and family.
We already linked with Fat Joe, Baron Davis, Jamal Crawford.
Man, we just getting started.
Tap into Straight Game wherever you get your podcasts.
You can also watch all episodes on YouTube.
What's happening? Welcome to Straight Game Podcast. It's your boy E House. Got Mike Bibby, Ty Ellis in the building. You know, we're gonna drop some knowledge and give you some game. This episode is about preparation and what it takes to be a pro and to be a winner. So let's get right into it, guys. You know what I mean? Talk about the type of ball player you were as a kid. When did you realize that this is what you was gonna do and you was nicer than everybody else?
Me, I thought I was about to be like 6'7". I was like,
Where'd that come from?
no,
You're that tall?
my dad's
uncle.
brothers are like
okay.
6'5", but my arms almost went past my knees. I would play center.
Really?
Yeah, so like, back then, so I got number 53, because that's the biggest jersey, 'cause I'm the biggest player on the team. I'm the biggest player on the team.
Wearing number 53.
Yeah, that's what they had. So I'm wearing 53, right? So, but I'm playing, they got me playing high posts and all that, but I'm getting buckets though, but like I'm bigger than everybody else. So I grew faster than everybody else. So I was like, okay, shit, I'm about to be tall. So, I knew, I started taking this serious when I probably got to 9th grade. I got my first letter from McLeod. I forget what his first name is. Coach McLeod, coached at Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. So I got my first letter, like a handwritten letter. It wasn't.
That's the one with the his hair looked like
curly hair.
Yeah, like a little what them dogs called the little shit, not a Shih Tzu, but you know.
Golden Doodle?
No, yeah, he got the gray one though.
Yeah.
He got the gray golden doodle.
Yeah, but so here, so that handwritten.
Your freshman year, you got your first letter?
Yeah.
Damn.
So 8th grade. I got an 8th grade from Notre Dame. So I'm like
Stunned?
So it was
talking to you.
Talking to your ass. It was handwritten though, so it wasn't like, back then you get letters.
Yeah.
They send you letters and all that stuff. So then I was like, okay, didn't think nothing of it. Then it started coming in more as a freshman, but I played football, baseball growing up, as well as basketball. But then I got to the point when I was a freshman, I'm like, I'm gonna I land on my neck in football. It's practicing. The Oklahoma drill, we lay back to back, got up, boom, went to run the guy over, and he kind of like pile drive me. And I was like,
hey, you had a concussion.
That's enough.
You had a concussion for sure.
So I figured I'm gonna play basketball and just leave it at that, and I just played. It was nothing like, I think I'm better than everybody else, I'm gonna do this and that. But I just played, man, just loved the game, and I played all the time, went to the parks. When this park was done, we're gonna find another park, and we just made our way around town, and I just played basketball, man, and I never really worked out. Like even when I got to the league, my workouts were 750 makes, but it was 1 dribble pull-ups, 2 dribble pull-ups, or spot-up shots. I didn't do no dribbling, no ball handling, none of that.
And that's what's crazy, because I always asked you that too. I was like, man, your handle was on point. Like, I didn't have a great handle. I had to try to work on my shot was whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I go in, I can shoot whatever, but my handle, I was like, man, what you did? You was like, I didn't do nothing. I'm like, man, get the fuck out. There ain't no way you did not do nothing to work on your handle, but it's just, that's what you was blessed with.
Yeah, it was just always, the game's easy. Everybody make it harder than what it needs to be.
Well, what makes it easy though? Like that's a vague statement. Like, what makes it easy?
It's just, the game's easy. Just doing simple stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easy. Like everybody wants to dribble 200 times. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My thing was here, just read, go off and pick and roll, it's reads. If a guy goes under, I'm shooting the three.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Was Henry implemented as far as like, did he have influential on that part of your game of like reading the game because you know, like Michael has that, Jalen has that, like not knowing if you just coming up and somebody ain't only played it at a high school level, you know what I mean? And did he give you game on how to read the game?
Nah, he wasn't.
I always wondered that.
He wasn't really around. You know what I mean? It was just the fact that that's how it came to me. I saw the game differently. You know what I mean? I'm out there. Even though, I averaged 35 points in high school, but like if you ever watch a game that I played, I passed a lot. You know what I mean? So it was just the fact that if I see somebody open, I'm gonna get the guy open. You know what I mean? It's just basketball. Like the game is simple. Like my thing was just like, just read, boom, come off, just see what the defense does, see what the defense gives you, and play off of that. You know what I mean? And it was just easy. Like you see how the kids work out today, come off cone, boom, I'm dribbling, doing step back. Like I couldn't even do that step back, the James Harden step back if I tried right now.
You feel like you traveled?
Yeah,
right?
I can't even get my feet to do that. You know what I'm saying? But
I got a question though. The middle school, your first letter was from a Power 5 in 8th grade. The pressure from your freshman year to your senior year, now you're McDonald's All-American, top point guard in the country. The pressures of that, like talk about that, because a lot of you guys deal with that pressure and they fold. Right?
I mean, there was never real any pressure. You know what I mean? I just played. Like if you ever watch when I played, I played the game. When the game was done, I want to see what I'm going to eat afterwards. It was never never like, this is what I'm going to do. I got to make sure. I put that pressure on me when I got to college. Like once I got to high school, because like I was very humble. Like I was maybe an ass, maybe 10th grade, a little bit of 11th grade. You know, my mom just shut up and play back. Just shut up and play. He was talk shit to the fans, refs, the other team.
I hate seeing kids do that, bro.
And I mean, it's like
I was that nigga too. I was definitely him. He know that too.
I mean, like you sitting there, like ASU was the worst. Like everybody on the team was talking shit.
Yeah.
Like he would come free throw and he'd just come. He free throw time. He'd come and stand by me and be like, "Yeah, your sister." You just start talking about because you married my sister. He started talking about my mom, and I would just be over there like, "I'm about to bust y'all ass. Keep it up."
Well, college is different. I'm talking about like the young kids. Every time they do something good, it's a show. They score, they do this.
But that's watching the NBA. They see what they're getting, and after every shot, like I could feel like after you make like 3 or 4 in a row, now you start to do some wild shit, but not after every basket.
Every basket.
Yeah.
You made 1 3, you won for 8.
Yeah.
You about some this? Come on, stop it.
And I mean, like it's you could see like even in the old days, like if somebody make a basket. Cause I feel like I'm supposed to. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
Now, when you get hot, it's a different story.
Right.
You know what I mean? You make 4 or 5 or 6. Now you can start. Yeah, you can start doing your little dance and doing all that shit. So, I mean.
How about you? Like what did you do? Like you, arguably, at your peak, you were one of the best shooters, literally, in the world. Like Duncan Robinson, those type.
Hey, if you don't. Hey man, we got something I can throw this to this motherfucker real quick. That do not.
You know what?
Is Duncan Robinson not one of the best shooters?
Look,
on the planet?
I was at.
No, you better stop it out.
I was at Arizona.
Right now.
Arizona State volleyball game, right? So I just looked up. I see your jersey up in the rafters, and I'm like, all right, let me see what Eddie really did over here. He's the leading scorer at Arizona State history.
Okay.
He got I looked at the games like top 20. You got like 7 games where you got 61 or 60.
Got 61.
40s, 42.
Me and Gary
40.
Payton, the only 2 players to ever have, 4 40-point games, over 250
I looked at the thing, there was like 6 or 7 times. Yeah,
That's like 40 Pete type of number.
He was over there shooting that thing.
I was putting up some
He was over
crazy
there shooting
numbers.
that thing.
I really was.
Okay, well, I didn't mean no disrespect.
That was disrespect, but you said I don't mean no disrespect.
Is
When
elite.
hey y'all, listen, let me where we at with the camera. Okay, when anybody leads with I mean no disrespect, get ready for the disrespect, okay? And so, okay, here we go. Go ahead.
Anyway, my apologies, good brother. I got my Malcolm X glasses on.
Right
so
on, brother.
What I'm saying was you were elite. You were and are still an elite shooter. What you do as a kid to work on that quick release, that consistent?
That's the crazy
shot?
thing. 'Cause everybody always asks me that, like, what did you do? I didn't do, like how you say you didn't work on your handle at all. I never worked on being like, I got a fast release. I just think that I was kind of smaller than everybody at the time. And how do I get my shot off? I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and things like that. So, and to be honest with you, I didn't take basketball serious until, I want to say 8th grade. And I played another year of baseball. I thought I was going to be a baseball player. I thought I was Ricky Henderson at the end of the day. I thought I was going to be the next Ricky Henderson. That's who I wanted to be like. That's my favorite athlete of all time. That's what I focused on. And I played baseball from the time I was 4 all the way up until my...
What position you played? Shortstop?
No, left field, and when I got hell no. That's August play catcher over there. No, I pitched. I did play shortstop in Little League, but then when I got up and I was playing Babe Ruth at the time from 13 to 15, and then my last year 16 on a traveling team. I was left field and pitcher, and I really believed that I was finna be Ricky, like the next Ricky Henderson. But I had that conversation. My pop came in and told me one time. He sat me at the dinner table. I'll never forget it, man. We was eating pork chops at the time too, and he said, hey man, if you trying to get to college, you're gonna have to get a scholarship. And
see, that was the only way.
We ain't got no money.
That's the only way.
So when I'm hearing that, I'm like, well, okay, well, what is the easiest way? Like, if I gotta go work on my baseball game, I gotta have you, and everybody back there to either shag, fly balls, hit ball, soft toss, all that stuff. I could pick up a basketball and go work on my game. I could find a game at the park anytime. Like you were saying at the park, and I give a shout out to Jermaine White. He's a OG in my life who, we went around all over the Bay Area, you know what I mean? Whether it was San Francisco, Oakland, Emeryville, Berkeley, Hayward, wherever it was, we went and found all kind of parks. Aaron Curry the same way. He was somebody, Aaron Curry, let me tell you about Aaron Curry. I used to go over his house every single day, and he would dog me every single day from like my 6th, 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade, and I finally got him in 10th grade. Every single day, his mom make food for us. We'd be out in front shooting on the court and doing all that stuff. So when Pops told me that, and was like, man, you gotta get a scholarship. I was like, well, this is probably the only way. I actually loved baseball was my first love, and then I ended up sliding over to the hoop side of things, because like I said, I could work on my game by myself. I could walk to the park, go get some shots up, or I could just walk to the store and be working on my handles. You know what I mean?
Who was your first college and what grade?
First college that
recruited you?
I want to say it was San Francisco. San Francisco was the first school that sent me a letter.
What made you go to Arizona State? Like what?
Ooh, like that's a X-rated story.
Oh.
Okay. Well, shit, if you gonna, shit, let's hear it then. Shit.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So we go to the I go to Iowa State first. They coming right off of the
You did a recruiting visit there?
Yeah. So I go to Iowa State first. I go to Iowa State, and Kelvin Cato is there. Dedrick Willoughby is there. I think Fred Hoiberg was there. They're coming off the Sweet 16, right? I'm going into 96, so they had just went to the Sweet 16. What's the name of the coach? Man, he coached for the Bulls.
O'Brien?
No. He's the coach for the Bulls. I can't remember his name. But anyway, we moved past him. And
Hoiberg?
No. He was a player there. Tim Floyd.
Tim Floyd.
Tim Floyd was the coach at the time.
Tim Floyd, yeah.
And so we go, I go out there. Mind you, I'm from California. Never seen snow before. I got a hoodie and a leather jacket on, and I'm freezing. All they did was go out and get me drunk. That's all they did. And then the next morning, we in the motherfucker. I gotta go to the house and you know, God bless her for making the food. You know what I'm saying? I give her credit for that. But Tim Floyd's wife couldn't cook worth of shit. The food was nasty than a motherfucker. I was about to throw up in my mouth at the time. I was like, these eggs is bland as fuck. Ain't no pepper, no salt, no nothing. I can't get no seasoning on this shit. So I'm thinking like, man, fuck this motherfucking school. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Eggs?
No, exactly on
Banging on breakfast.
Yeah, I was banging on breakfast. But then when I came to ASU, me and the dude I was on a recruiting trip with, I understood how it went. So I told Roger Farrington, shout out to Raj for being solid. I said, hey man, I know how this works. Shoot me and him our money and let me slide and how I get down. You know how Mill used to be back in the day, Mill Avenue? It was bumping. And me and him knocked, you know what I mean? It was a two-piece. They was in a 300 SL Benz with the roll bar, and I was like, I'm finna try that motherfucker. And I sure in the fuck did. Got in that thing, drove it, and we went back and did what we did. And
That's what made you go there?
Because I knew I was gonna be able to hook. Bill Frieder also said, by the time you leave here, you will be an all Pac-12 player. I believe in you.
Pac-10.
Yeah, Pac-10 player. I believe in you. He said, you're probably the second, this is what he said to me at the time, you're the second best shooter after Glenn Rice. He said, I coach Glenn Rice, you're the second best shooter that I ever seen. You know what I mean? And so that made me, like, I believed in him. But then also the part, I was like, ooh, okay, this shit is, I'm gonna turn up on this easy? Okay, bet. So I slid up, you know what I mean? That's how I ended up at ASU. Yeah, literally. That's exactly how I ended up there.
My story, I mean, is don't even
tell us about
compare. I had one scholarship offer. I was a late bloomer, man. I was always tall and skinny, and I just wasn't as good as my friends who went to the Power 5 schools, but I competed. I was that guy who I ain't gonna back down. I'm with everything. I'm a fight, but I may not be as good, but I'm a
So you was found a lot then?
That's what it sound like. Sound like he was a hack for sure.
I was that dude at the wide. I could always shoot. My handle was shaky and my defense was solid.
Tell us the route you had to take. I mean, it's not. I mean, like you get a lot. You get a lot of different routes that people take. You know, like some are easy, some are tougher. I mean, but you still made what you had to do. So kind of give us the route that you had.
Every kid has this dream of playing in the league, right? But when you get 17, 18, you realize, okay, I got one scholarship. It probably won't happen. And man, I had one scholarship offer to an NAIA school. And when they came to my house, I was gonna sign regardless. I don't care what he said. I want to play for school. But I asked him, could I redshirt my freshman year? And he gave me this strange look and said, most kids don't want to redshirt, they want to play. I said, well, I want to finish college with my master's degree so I can jump right into coaching.
So that's the reason why you went to redshirt?
Yep. So I finished my master's after my eligibility was finished, so I was going to go right into coaching. And then I started getting bigger, better, started jumping way higher, and before you know it, I'm leading the country in scoring, all these different accolades, and first team All-American, and it's at the NAIA level.
What you average?
Like 22.
22?
Yeah, 22, 6, and 5. You know, I would shoot that thing too, but anyway. So peep this. I called Marty Blake. You know, you guys remember Marty Blake, the head scout of the NBA. I called him and I got in touch with him. And I asked him, hey, the PIT is coming up, can I get invited to it? I'm a senior.
What's the PIT?
The Portsmouth Invitational Tournament.
Portsmouth, okay, yeah.
For those who don't know, it's like a senior bowl for basketball, but it's only for seniors. I told him my numbers, my accolades. Well, your level is too low. Thanks, but no thanks. Bro, I cut grass, I babysat. Anything I can do to raise money, I raised money to go out to Virginia with a dusty ass suit on. I had one suit for the whole week. I stayed at a crummy motel.
He was out there looking like Beetlejuice.
And bro, I had a backpack full of tapes and bios, not DVDs. Those weren't invented yet.
Right.
Tapes and bios, and I'm sitting at the gym every day. So the PIT, the back part is all scouts. You got fans, and I said right here where it's roped off, where they gotta enter and exit. And I just handed them out like hotcakes, bro. How you doing? I'm tireless. I wasn't invited, but I can play at this level. Please give me a chance. And I'm just handing them things out. By the end of the week, I'm pissed off because I know I can play at this level. I walk to the local Y, and Mitch Kupchak is there. And we all know Mitch 6'10", 6'11", never smiles, has this stoic face all the time. He's on the elliptical, and now he's like 7'2". I'm like, damn, who want to go over there and interrupt his workout I say, you know what, screw it. I go over there, I spark up a conversation. He brings me in the gym and works me out. 30-minute workout, 25 minutes of straight sprints, like trying to break me. He said, son, are you tired? I said, nah, I can run some if you want me to. But I was literally that dude when my homeboys was out partying, I was in the gym doing sprints. Like, I was literally that guy putting up 1,000 shots and doing suicides, like, all by myself. So when my chance came, I was ready for it. 2 weeks later, he asked me to play for the Lakers Summer League. And so I played for the Lakers Summer League team. I played with the Knicks Summer League team, and I got drafted in the D League the first year. And before you know it, I did 1 year in the D League, and my first job in Europe was in Spain. Those of you who don't know, Spain is the second best league in the world.
Hey, for y'all that don't know, that he gonna try to say that the cats that play in Europe are better than the cats that play in the league.
I will never say that. I will say it's a bunch of cats over in Europe got a lot of game, and the best players in the world are not all in the NBA.
Yeah, true.
I will say that.
True.
They got some cats over there who are American and European.
They don't get chances.
They don't get chances, dog. That's it.
You get certain chances. Like, people get, you know how political the NBA is. People get chances, some people don't.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that are playing the NBA that probably shouldn't be. And there's a lot of people playing over there that should be in the league.
Yeah. A lot of, and they wouldn't even survive. Man, I done ran. It was so many Americans that came.
He said they wouldn't even survive, huh?
It was so many Americans that came to my different teams and lasted for about a month or two.
Yeah.
Because they think it's about them, and just, you know how y'all are. Y'all mindset is y'all got.
You hear what he just said?
Yeah.
And he did like this, though. Double thumbs out, though. He did a two thumbs out.
I'm just saying, the NBA American players, y'all have this entitlement. And,
What? No, we worked for that.
For
Fuck you talking about?
I'm talking about coming to Europe. You know what? I will say we interviewed Darren, and I heard great things about Darren because I played for the same team he played for, and they loved him over there. Like, Darren, you very seldom see somebody of that stature go to Europe and have this humility about them and embrace the culture.
It was a lockout, so he went over there and got some paper.
But he had bread anyway, though.
But at the end of the day,
he wanted the hoop.
He wanted the hoop.
Man, you got
he wanted to get paid too.
Yeah.
don't get that twisted.
But I mean, for the most part, man, it was. I had my journey, and the thing is that, like, Mike has been good for a long time. You know, there's not many. Our journeys is more comparable to the people that's watching this, and you was ready. When your time came, you was ready. When my time came, I was ready. And then Mike doing what he did at such a young age and stayed consistent. That's a huge task within itself.
First time I ever played against him, I didn't even know this. So my pop was like, "Oh yeah, Henry Bibby." We were in Vegas. We in Vegas. This is like 90, and I'll give y'all a real story. So in like 90, no, it wasn't 91, it was like 90. So 90, we're in Vegas.
That's like 7th grade.
Yeah, exactly. So David Hector, shout out to David Hector, Balboa High School, San Francisco. We stole Chris Rivers, shout out to Chris Rivers, we stole his keys, right?
Write down all the shout outs he gave him, because I want to look these guys up who he shouted out.
Go ahead, look at
he's like 18 shout outs. Write them down for me, please. I want to see
shout
what
out
the
to
fuck
Mike Bibby, though, yeah. Hey, look, though. So we steal his keys. We steal the coach's keys, and we on the strip, 7th grade. We drive, because I know how to drive back then. So we on the strip, we mobbing. We don't know where to go. Got no money.
Troublemaker, ain't he?
Hey, we got nowhere to go, though. No money in our pocket. We just on the strip driving, just right. So we get back that night. It's like probably like 12:45, 1. Gotta try to sneak the keys back into him the next morning. You know what I mean? Knock on his door, wake him up, have other dudes slide in so we could drop the keys back where they was at, right? And so I remember Pops was like, "Oh yeah, they got Henry Bibby's son." I was like, "Who the fuck is Henry Bibby?" You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is that? He's like, Oh, went to UCLA, won national championship, played in the NBA, won a championship there, right? And we played. And you did go to work. You had you had a little proof at the time.
You had a curl?
Yeah, no,
It was a poof.
Oh.
He had a little like Sandy Brown poof.
it was
Like a golden doodle?
It was that good
Like
shit.
a golden doodle.
It was that good shit. It was that good shit. That's all it was.
Golden doodle. But yeah, so like back in the day, it's like that's where, like I remember him from that point. And then, so like once everybody started like talking, the more that shit start going, my high school, like what you average your senior year?
35.
35. I averaged 27 in California. And so like, he is somebody that and if you look at what we did as freshmen, as freshmen, me and you both, you look at our numbers, they're both comparable, except that motherfucker won a national championship. And he had killers over there with him. I was over there by myself, I felt like, man. And they were sending waves of motherfuckers at me, man. It was him. Then here come Jason Terry. Then come Mike Dickerson. Then after that, Miles. I mean, I couldn't win from losing.
Being in that situation to come there and not have to really try to, go to a bad team and now you got to be the man. I didn't have to be the man there.
But how many McDonald's All-Americans that year, your freshman year, was on that team and got recruited and came to Arizona?
There was nobody on Arizona that was McDonald's All-American. He was the only one.
Me.
So why'd you go there?
Steve Jackson was supposed to come there. So let me tell you a story about that.
Arizona was guard. It's like that's the spot for think about Khalid Reeves and then Damon Stoudemire, Steve Kerr.
That's true.
All of that shit is that was.
True. Tell me about
where you want to go.
So Stack, right? So I met Stack in Vegas, maybe my junior or senior year, and he, Steve, it's posted up. He's sitting over there, hood and gang, gangster, and like something like shit. So we about to go to the same school. So Steve was supposed to come to Arizona. It's like we got to go to the same school. So he's like, all right. So I still got to pass my test. I'm like, damn, you ain't passed the test yet? It's almost, how many tests you got? You got like 2 or 3 tests left. So
was Steve in the McDonald's game with you?
Yeah. Okay. They were all on the other team.
96 was hard. That was a
real
year.
On the other team.
So his team won, obviously.
Kobe Bryant, Jermaine O'Neal, Tim Thomas, Steve Jackson, Rip Hamilton.
Man, was it Sham God? No, not Sham God.
Shaheen Holloway. Shaheen Holloway. Everybody like.
Who'd you have that made it to the league?
Mateen Cleaves, Corey Benjamin. So Corey Benjamin went. You're only allowed 2 or 3 games to play. Like the McDonald's game, you're allowed another, like an All-Star game. So I met Corey Benjamin in Nike camp, and I mean, you just throw that bitch up to the rim. He was
man, super athletic.
Yeah,
super athletic. He went to Oregon State.
I remember him, but I don't remember him being
Oregon State.
But I mean, I'm like coming off thing and just throwing that shit up. So he's like, "What games you going to? Whatever games you going to, I'm going." So we went to the Capital Classic. I think it's now the Jordan game. It was in Washington, and we did the McDonald's game. Yeah. So he was on our team, and I think you just throw the bitch up there, he'll go get it. But with Stack, so I met Stack, whatever, and you got to go, guys. So we're gonna make it. We're gonna be this shit. We about to be. So he's like, I got to take the SAT. I got to go take it tomorrow and rest. I said, shit, make sure you're read up. I'm gonna hit you afterwards. See how you did and stuff. So he was like, so I called him the next day and was like, how'd it go, bro? And he's like, shit. And I was like, what you mean, shit? He was like, I didn't even get up. I said, God, come on, man. He didn't even go take the test. He didn't take the test.
What was his reason?
He just said he didn't get up.
He was sleepy, huh?
Yeah, he didn't get up. So I'm like, damn. So in those situations, like a lot of people ain't good test takers.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean? So
and a lot of those tests aren't made for regular mindset.
But you could have somebody sitting there with you and help you. Like they didn't tell him that. You know what I mean? Like you could get in there. I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the person, like you go a one-on-one test with somebody help you, you could just ask questions. That's just hard.
Yeah.
I passed by 20 points.
That's what I did. I think you were supposed to get like an 800.
700.
It was 700.
I think I got an 820.
I got 720.
Hey, the first time I got my shit, as soon as I was like, I was like Ricky Mama though. I wasn't crying though. Remember in Boys in the Hood when he passed the test? I was like, ooh, I got that. Okay, I'm not doing it no
Hell
more.
no.
They was talking about, hey, go back and see if you can get a higher school. Man, if you ain't get out my
My
face
mom
with
told me
that,
to take against that shit. I passed.
that's all,
720.
That's all we needed.
720. 720, man. But I mean, like being in the situation and being at the school, Coach Olsen was probably one of the best coaches, if not the best coach I ever had. And I mean, just his aura and everything that he
That's
did.
what I'm gonna ask you. What about him that made him one of your best coaches? What did he do?
He never cut you down. You see a lot of coaches that will. I seen a clip of a college coach. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? So
That's crazy.
So he wasn't even talking to the assistant coaches like that. You know what I mean? So like just him sitting there and just letting us play our game. And you know what made me excel in the tournament was he pulled me inside and said, Mike, because I didn't want to step on no toes. You know what I mean? I'm 18
You got
years
Miles
old.
there. You got Mike
Dickerson,
Dick,
Terry, you know, all these guys. Bennett Davidson. Bennett Davidson was the number one JUCO player in the country.
Oh, really?
And so going there and he pulled me aside like, Mike, I need you to do what we recruited you to do. Like we recruited you to do this. We need you to do that.
Yeah.
And so once he told me that, I was like, shit, I got to
Did he tell you
go.
personally, or did he tell you in front of everybody?
He told me in front of everybody.
So that's where the confidence comes from, when he said in front of everybody.
I need you to do what we recruited you to do.
Yeah. So after winning the national championship as a freshman, the pressures and the words and the rumors are going around that you should go pro, stay pro. I mean, like, how'd you make that decision? And was it hard to not go pro, understanding that all the money and everything that's out there waiting for you?
I wasn't ready.
But how'd you know you weren't
I was
ready?
gonna say that. I was gonna say that. I know he knew he wasn't.
I knew I wasn't ready. Just physically and mentally, I wasn't ready. And just the fact, I think I needed one more year because, like, I never worked out, like, before I got to college. I just played. It was no going to trainers, doing this and that. I mean, I did trainer stuff, like, as far as, like, working on my quickness and doing stuff. I did that.
Yeah.
I did
Strength shoes.
Yeah. But,
Old school guy.
I never worked out, but I always played. You know what I mean? If I was 8-foot hoop, I'm playing. After that, we're gonna go to the park. After that, we're gonna go to the gym. So I always played.
Yeah, but peep this. People go in the draft now and they know they're not ready. They know it. The teams know it. Everybody
But
know
they
it.
still get picked.
And they still get picked. So,
But them
so
is
that's my
cats that are
point.
like 6'10", you know what I mean? You're not really getting no guards that ain't ready to go.
I hear so much about, like, you got to go now, strike while the iron is hot. Like, for you, were you getting paid in college?
No, didn't get a dime.
Hey,
I got Pell Grant.
statute of limitation is over with, so he can stop lying right the fuck
serious.
now.
I'm dead ass serious. Like I got Pell Grant. Like I got $5,000 Pell Grant.
That's it?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
So
the
you
highest-
telling me you had no boosters? No boosters. You
not
want me
to
to give
this
another
day.
shout out? No, I'm not gonna shout out. No, you had no boosters
Not
doing
one.
this one to
Not
you?
one. I never met
Now
one
think
booster.
about this. I went to a school that was not your school, and we would have that
See, but my
drive by and everything go to envelope.
But I wasn't really looking for that.
You
Like
be-
my
well, shit, I was.
mentality
Really?
was my mentality was like, I'm here to play bad. Like I never met one booster.
Was
Like,
you
everybody-
starving? Was you a starving student? Was you a
Yeah.
starving student? I was a starving
Yeah,
student.
so was
Like
I.
for real. Like it'd be
was
nice to where
starving.
it'd be nice to where we had. I mean, I'm not gonna say the shit that we had to do to make ends meet, but I would say it'd be nice to where we at AM/PM. This is no bullshit. We'd be at AM/PM with a bag of Doritos, pump nacho cheese in it, and get a fucking hot dog and a 99-cent
Yeah.
Hawaiian punch. You know, spend $4-5 because we shortchanged out here.
Yeah.
Pell Grant,
You know, and
my
then that make you
5,000
move
Pell
another
Grant
way.
was the most that you could get because my mom wasn't making money, my dad wasn't making money like that either. So I got the full amount of Pell Grant. Like I never to this day.
And that was a semester?
Yeah, I got
5 bands a semester?
So, but I mean, the shit gone with rent. You got to
Yeah,
pay
that
your
shit
rent
outta
and do
there.
all that shit. But like, I'm looking at all these areas. Some people like, oh, I got Gilbert. Oh, I got this. Shit, where were they at when I was there?
That's what got
I
me
definitely would
tripping.
have took it.
That's what got me
I
tripping.
don't
Like,
know. I don't know how you ain't get
I
that.
didn't get a dime.
You was tripping.
I'm surprised you didn't, like, you win the national championship and it's rumored to McDonald's All-American National Championship.
He wasn't
go to the
talking
NBA.
To, he wasn't
and you
talking
say,
to the right people.
Yeah,
and you say I'm not ready. Like that's maturity at that age.
See, but you gotta understand, I had my son at the end of my freshman year. So he was about to be born.
Yeah.
He was born my sophomore year. And so, like, after my freshman year, you going pro, I knew I wasn't ready. I said, I think I need one more year.
But you was ready to get paid, though.
I know, but I mean, I wasn't ready.
But like, what if you hurt yourself? I mean, all the what ifs, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the what ifs to make people go as opposed to stay. How did you not?
You can't think of I'm gonna get hurt. I've never been hurt in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm not thinking that I'm gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
But then I came back my sophomore year, got Pac-10 Player of the Year, averaged 17 points. We didn't win the championship, but then after I did it, like, I was more physically ready, mentally ready. Like, after we lost to Utah, they beat the shit out of us.
Trey Miller.
Yeah, they beat the shit.
Keith Van Horn?
Keith, I don't know if Keith. I don't think Keith was there. Keith won the draft a year for, but they played a triangle on 2 on me and Miles. So like everywhere we went, we had a guy on us.
And then they was zoning up behind
so
it.
like they had a guy in the block,
That's
2
tough.
blocks in the top. So everywhere we went, there was 2 people on us. So we couldn't really get no shots off. But after we lost that, I knew it was time to go. Like I knew I was ready. And
You think you'd win second your freshman year?
no.
Yeah.
So hell no, he wasn't.
You see that
he
draft?
should've went-
That draft was
That draft
What
was
draft was that?
crazy.
No, 96. It was
96
was crazy. 97.
97
Yeah.
was who was in the 97 draft? Not Marcus Camby because that's 96.
96. But you wouldn't have gone.
No, I
he
wouldn't
wouldn't have been two.
I would have, but
So that was the right decision.
it was the right decision.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I just knew I was ready, man. I was just like, it's time I accomplished everything that I needed to accomplish, and it was just time for me to go.
Yeah. How about you? Like you spent all 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And like, what was your mindset when that draft come? You knew you was gonna get drafted, or it was still up in the air?
I didn't know. I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. I believed that I did. I thought I did enough my senior year. You know what I'm saying? I averaged 23. I was, top 5 in scoring in the country.
Yeah.
I felt like, okay, I showed enough.
Yeah.
But it just what it was, I fucked myself over, man. Like, I mean, we was talking about it earlier. You say, a badass kid, fucking up and shit like that. Now, I really did. You know what I mean? I'll never forget Brian Colangelo. I think this is what stopped me from getting drafted in the first round. So Phoenix Suns had the 27th pick at the time. And Brian Colangelo, I remember after my workout at half court at their practice facility, old practice facility, he called me. He's like, come over here. I was like, all right, I'll go over there. He's like, man, did you get caught smoking weed? And I was like, he already know the answer. I know what the motherfucker know the answer.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, I did. I said, but I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I did get caught. You know what I mean? Yeah, I did test dirty for smoking weed. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like
At school?
yeah, like a bunch of times. you know what I mean? So, anyways, so he called me. He's like, "Hey, did you?" And I'm like, "Man, I know he already know the answer because I mean that's the reason why he asked me this question."
Yeah.
And my integrity, I'm not finna sit here and be like, "I'm gonna look you in your eye and lie to you." I'm gonna tell you the truth because at the time, right then and there, I wasn't smoking no weed. So I told him, "No, I am not doing that no more."
Right now.
Was I finna be smoking later today? Yeah. But right then and there, I wasn't smoking no motherfucking weed, okay? And so they ended up taking Jake Socolides like that. You know what I mean? And that's how, because it was like supposed to be a lock that I was going.
Jake who?
Socolides.
Big fella, right?
You know what I'm talking
Big
about?
fella?
Big, yeah. Weak as hell. No shade to you, brother.
Really,
but you
no
shade. You damn sure wasn't worth that 27 pick, brother. You know what I mean? Not over the kid. You dig? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how that fucked me up. So that was my mission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that part.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of stuff that I did in college that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I look back, and the only reason why I was doing a lot of the shit I was doing is because we were starving students and we didn't have. So you know what I mean? I took
You got to get in where you fit in.
I took some penitentiary chances back then. I'm not even playing with you, man. I really did. And you look back, it was like, man, if you're a high level college player, you should not have to be doing these things unless you're just a bad motherfucker. And I wasn't a bad motherfucker. I was trying to just survive.
At that time, like, so we went, like, there was like probably 4 or 5 freshmen. We were walking by a pizza parlor, right? And so dude was like, hey, you're Arizona basketball. Come in, you want some pizza? Come in. So like, shit, yeah. So, I mean, 2 large cheese, pepperoni. So we order it, and he come back like, who's paying? So everybody was like,
shortchanged.
we didn't have no money.
Right.
So I was like, shit. So I'm the first person, you know what I mean? You sit there and I'm like,
Pew.
I get it. We all walk out. You know, we didn't eat none of the pizza.
Right.
We didn't do nothing. So by the time we get back to the school, there's a call.
Yeah.
Y'all basketball players came over and ordered some pizza and didn't pay. We had to pay the fucking pizza back.
Y'all didn't even eat it?
We didn't eat it.
That's
but he
cold.
come in and offered it to us.
Yeah.
We were walking by.
Yeah. Y'all wasn't that hungry.
No.
I got one for you, right? So, your sophomore year, our freshman years are very similar. Besides, you won a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at what we did, like our numbers, and I think we had me and you were the only two that had 53s, 100 steals or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some crazy number. It's just me and you, right? And so my next year, I was doing my little jugging shit that I was doing and all that, and I wasn't jugging this night though. I was actually going to see this girl, and I ended up not going to jail, but
What kind of car shit you was going through?
I'm telling you, it was rough out there, bro. It was rough.
I didn't go.
I didn't go to jail. 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 But we get off the elevator.
I did you like this?
And a dude accused me of stealing a CD player, but it was my roommate. My roommate stole the shit. Had no idea, right? So I get off, and I was suspended from my team from like the beginning of the season. This was like in
Sophomore year?
sophomore year. I was suspended for the team. I couldn't even go to like work out at the gym.
Why they suspend you?
They said that I got caught with the motherfucking CD player, and I didn't have it. It was that nigga over there. You know what I mean? I know exactly. I'm not gonna say his name, but it was him. He stole the shit, didn't even say nothing. You know Tone, my partner Tone.
Yeah.
Tone slid right off the elevator. No boom. No, we didn't take nothing, right? We was casing the place. But look, we didn't take nothing at that time. But so when I get off, the police dude's like, hey man, listen, this won't ever get in the newspaper. Gentleman's agreement. Shook my hand. The very next day.
How did they know it was in your room?
No, it wasn't in my room. We was at a dorm. So we was casing the dorm.
So how did they catch y'all with it?
Cause didn't catch me with it. They caught dude with the thing. He actually stole it.
But he had it on him?
He had it on him. And then the guy that came down was like, oh man, yeah, Bones and Thugs Harmony CD is in there. I was like, did you take a CD player? He was like, nah. He had the CD player with the Bones Thugs Harmony in the thing. And so he didn't get in trouble. My name was in the paper. I got suspended from the team. So my first part of my sophomore year, I literally couldn't work out with the team. I couldn't be around the team. It was like a month and a half, almost 2 months, from August to November, where I couldn't do nothing until they finally said, oh yeah, they dropped it. They just dropped it. But all that time, I didn't have a chance to even work with the team and shit like that. It's just the crazy shit that you had to do back in the day to be, to
survive.
To survive.
I'm not gonna
But
lie.
I didn't even do nothing though. You know what I mean? But the way that certain
But you
schools
did
were,
something though.
I didn't do shit.
Not that time, but you
No, I mean,
did.
Shit, man, statute of limitations is over with. A lot of motherfuckers do stuff and shit, it's over with. But I mean, I didn't do it that day. I was
It's
casing
crazy.
that
Like
motherfucker.
I was always like, I tell my son about an appropriate fear. I was that square guy. Like, man, if I get caught, because my mama told me a long time ago, I don't do jail. You make your decisions, but if you go to jail, don't call me. We don't do jail. That has always stuck with me. So when my homeboys growing up in Oak Cliff, I had the same opportunity. I said, man, my mama said she don't do jail. I'm cool. I don't need no shoes or shirt or whatever. So I've always had that appropriate fear. I think that, but I've always been curious, like, man, these dudes have all this in front of them And they risk everything for like a short-term gain, though.
But you gotta try to get by, like shit.
Right.
I used to steal gas. I mean, because back then you could
Go-
pump gas
and then pay.
leave.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I ain't had no car.
Yeah.
We were stealing gas for a friend's car. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you had to do what you had to do to get by.
How about now, though? Like y'all right now, what would y'all tell y'all younger
Well,
selves?
they get the NIL money, so
They still make bonehead decisions.
Yeah. I mean,
They
but
still,
but-
they got money,
but
they got-
kids
but
is
it's-
gonna do that.
Yeah, it's still, like
Kids are gonna
we
do
were
that.
all
Come on,
kids
man.
Once,
But
so,
it's-
I mean, that's what like me coaching the high school, and the kids fucking up. I don't. I mean, I'll get on them.
Yeah.
But I know what it's like to be a kid. I know what it's like to smoke weed when you're in a thing. I know it's like to get in trouble. I know it's like to not do your schoolwork. We've been through
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So you could kind of put them in the right situation. I know it's like I could tell them.
Give 'em game.
I did that too. But
Yeah.
now it's ain't worth it. I could tell them it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? 'Cause
But they
I've been
still
through
do it, though.
Yeah, shit,
But them is the
but
ones
you
that's
live
gonna
and
do
learn.
it
Yeah,
regardless.
you live and learn. You live and
Yeah.
learn.
Some
You know what I mean?
some guys is just gonna do what they do regardless, no matter what. You motherfucker had the most talent. You could talk to him till you blue in the face, and as soon as he gonna yes sir,
Yeah.
yes sir, yes sir. As
Yeah.
soon as he walk out that threshold,
Yeah.
he gonna be right back in the trap.
Yeah, all right, tell me this. In the league, y'all rookies, what was some of the best OG advice y'all got to keep from making those mistakes, and who was it?
I didn't really. So I went to a bad team. Eddie went to a little better organization and all that stuff.
A little better.
Yeah,
I mean, a whole lot fucking better. What the fuck you talking
I
about?
mean, it was like
Who's your vet?
we didn't have any. I didn't really have any. So our best was Sharif. Country.
Sharif like
Sharif
2 years,
was-
2 years older than
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, because
You know
he
what I
came
mean?
out in '95.
So-
96, I think. 96.
Sharif was '96.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was in high school in '95.
I remember him
yeah.
on that slam.
Yep.
Yeah, so like we had a lot. I'm gonna say like it was a draft, like what's the draft when they for a expansion
Oh,
draft.
so everybody was kind of
like
gotcha.
traveling guys.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? So they're like,
Ooh, y'all was boo boo.
yeah, there was really nobody there
Yeah.
to kind of
Big country.
Who was the OG? Doug, what's his name?
Doug West.
Doug
but
West,
it was
yeah.
like no one really gave me no game. It was just like I'm here.
Getting through it.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember one time he tried to, like, I never did none of the rookie stuff. I never did, like, Doug West, like, hey, bring some fucking donuts, Rook. I'm like, first of all, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. And I mean, like, I had no problem getting the donuts, but just, I'm a man.
Yeah.
Hey, Rook, can you get some donuts? Bring some donuts. Like, I'm not bringing no fucking donuts. You talking to me like this?
Right,
So they
right.
never brought no donuts, nothing like that. So they never really,
Bags, nothing.
I mean, no. I never, there was,
I had all that action.
They had guys that carried the bag, like the people that worked there carried the bag. There was no, like we were trying to get by, you know what I mean? And then, like there was never really. They tried to get me to play summer league, because the year I came it was lockout. So they're like, hey, we want you to play summer league. I said, I'm not fucking playing summer league, you know for what?
Yeah.
I had a pretty good rookie season.
And you started.
Yeah. But they were gonna try to bring me along slow. As Terry, what's the guy's name? He went to Arkansas, I think. He had broke his foot.
Guard.
Yeah. He had broke his foot in the preseason, so they had to start me. They didn't have no other guard. So I was kind of like thrown in the fire a little bit, but I'm kind of glad the Clippers didn't draft me. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was a shit show.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
promise
saying.
you that.
Like, I'm glad it didn't happen. Like everything, I think everything happens for a reason. I'm glad that it didn't, because it got me to Sacramento after the 3 years that I was there. But after that, it was just. It was bad up there, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad
How
you
about
didn't go to
your
the Clippers.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna tell him right now. So I went and played for the Clippers. So I got drafted by Miami, and my OG vets I had Anthony Mason, God rest his soul.
Nice.
My best vet that I had AC Green. I was the only rookie on the team. So all of the
you was
OGs
straight. Yeah.
were, they all pulling at me for certain different things. You know what I mean? AC Green walked to half court and say, hey, bring me something to drink. You know what I mean? I got to bring him a water. Okay, I'll bring him a water. Cool. Zoe, hey, Rook, bring me a spit cup. I bring him a cup so he could spit in it. You know what I mean? But for the most part, nobody was really on no craziness.
Yeah.
No shit like that. But let me tell you about the Clippers. So, and this is a true story, y'all, about the Clippers organization at the time. So in 2000, I get drafted, right? They draft, I think Darius Miles they got there. They got Quentin Richardson, and they also
Clippers drafted you?
No. This is when I
When he got
yeah. So in 2000, this is who they draft. So when I went in 2003, 2004 season to the Clippers, they got these guys that came in my class. Darius Miles, D Miles actually left, but Q Rich was there, and Keon Doolan was there, Corey Maggette, Elton Brand, and so this is the craziest shit. So I'm coming from Miami, right? We get omelets in the morning. You know, you got food. Your plane, we had our own plane. We stretched out like this. It's only 12 seats on the plane. Everybody could stretch out, rotate. Got a card table in the front. You could drink on that plane. They have the same stewardess and stuff like that. I go to the Clippers, and I bullshit you not. When we flying from practice to go to wherever we're gonna go, motherfuckers got Popeyes, Burger King, McDonald's, bring it. I'm like, where's the food at? They was like, oh no, you got to fend for yourself. I'm like, what? Okay. And on top of that, the showers, okay? We practice at a junior college, right? We're a professional basketball team. Now, the junior college, we went to Southwest Junior College. You literally drove through every single set. Like, you went through where it's some Bloods, it's some Crips, the essays, the ooses over there. Like, you going through all of that. No showers. So we go to practice.
Oh, man.
Practice, you know what I mean? And then got to put clean clothes on a funky ass.
Damn.
You know what I mean? No food after practice, no food before practice. It was just, and Elgin Baylor, I think, is he dead?
I think he is.
Okay, God bless his soul.
Yeah.
He be over there practice like this.
I hope he just...
No, I'm saying I hope he not dead. I'm just saying, is he? I didn't know. I'm not talking bad about him. I think he is, though. I was saying, he be over there like this.
See,
While we practicing, though, we up and down. Every nigga talking, he over there like this.
I went to dinner. He took me to dinner.
Went to sleep on us.
He took me to dinner. So
Before the draft?
Yeah, so just me and him. So he.
And he had the little whip. His whip was.
Yeah, but I mean, he'd be like. So he asked me a question. He's like, so you being a point guard and the best player in your team is upset. What do you do? So I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So I answered. I don't know if he didn't like the answer or not. That's all I remember him saying to me. You know
What you answered? All right, I give it to him.
No, I'll be like, I forget what I said, man, but it was like, damn, like,
And what would you do?
shit, I don't remember what I said, but that's stuck out in my head. And I'm like, I don't know if that's the reason why they didn't draft me or what, but I mean, it was like, I'm glad I didn't go there.
No, that was a great spot.
Yeah.
One more thing though, about you was talking about giving game, and I would say Pat Riley gave me the best game that I ever had. Yeah, y'all heard my stories, you know. I was a little wild, you know what I mean. Did a little stuff here and there every once and again, and so he called me in his office, and I'm kicking it at this time. Like I'm going out all the time, like damn near every night, right?
Yeah.
He called me in his office. He said,
Rookie year?
My rookie season.
Crazy, man.
So he called me in his office. He's like, Eddie, right? And I'm like, fuck. You know, it's like going to the principal. I'm like, God damn it, this motherfucker. What the fuck he finna say to me? And he's like, I'm just gonna say this one time. What you don't want to be known as is a runner. I was like, what the fuck you mean? He was like, that in my head, I said that. I didn't say that to him. I was like, what does motherfucker mean? A runner. He's like, you don't want to be known as a runner. I was like, he's like a guy that's always out. I know everything that's happening in this city. There's nothing that goes on that anybody on this team is doing that I don't know about. And you don't want to be and have that jacket of being a runner. And to me, that was game, because, I mean, he could have let me just spin off. You feel what I'm saying? But he didn't. He pulled me. And you know, there's coaches that talk to you, they fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's probably the game I got from anybody. You know what I mean? It wasn't a vet, it was the coach.
Man, that's dope, man. I'm looking forward to bringing on some some current and former coaches to talk about that specifically. But right now, that is the game. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. This is the Straight Game Podcast. We are out.